on this Ford Flex, we're going to be replacing the front wheel bearings. Problem with that is the axle is stuck in the center of that wheel bearing, will not come out. 2 grown men beating on it, couldn't do it. So we're going to do the next best thing. Ordered a used Knuckle off of eBay, and which comes with a new backing plate, new hub assembly, speed sensor. But we're just going to use the Knuckle itself. We're going to put in the new wheel bearing that we previously ordered, and then we got a new axle with a axle nut. So 20 millimeter. All right, we're going to take a caliper bracket off. We're going to do one whole thing all at once, I should say. $18 millimeter. Now I'm going to have to switch to a smaller one with an extension, get to the top 18 millimeter. First knuckle, it's going to be a 24 millimeter. Same for the bottom one. Turning the wheel, we're going to remove the speed sensor, which is 8 millimeter. Next, we're going to take a 20 millimeter. Okay, we're about as far as we can go with this. See the center bolt spinning? Pretty close. Might have to grab the bigger pair. No, we're good. Just enough to hold the center bolt from spinning out. Okay, there's that. Unfortunately, that's going to be our way this entire time. And now we got to remove the lower ball joint. Hopefully you can see back here, but this is a 24 millimeter nut. It's huge. You can't get above it because the axle's there, so unfortunately it's just a quarter turn at a time. I'll get back to you when I finish this. I'm not going to bore you. Okay, I ran into no issues this time around. Now, I won't lie to you, the first time around it didn't go this smooth. It took me probably about 30 minutes per nut to get it off. Just so much rust. Pretty much, you just take it up as far as it'll go, back it back down. use some WD-40 or air, blow whatever rust you can off the threads, and then take it back out as far as you can get it. You'll make it a little bit further, back it down, get some heat going. Just keep rotating that process back and forth and it'll come off. Every time I clamp, I forgot what size the top part is, but every time I clamp like a socket down on top of that, it would just liquefy. It's just so old, well, not old, but just rusty. Get yourself a nice pry bar. Get down here, get this lower ball joint out. There we go. Swing that up and out of the way. And now you can see it's free. We can get these out. I would never suggest beating on the bolts like this, but since the tip of these bolts aren't threaded anyways, it really doesn't matter. But be sure to put your nuts back on the bolts so you don't lose them. All right, so as far as that, the knuckle is free. That's for the lower ball joint. We can put that back. We can put that back on. Yeah, that is free. All right, last thing we gotta do is go all the way in there. There's two 13mm bolts. Now we're just gonna use every extension that we have, which is 4 6-inch extensions and a 3-inch. Probably don't need the last 3-inch, but okay. Now what's be ideal is if you lift the whole front end off the ground and you put it in neutral. If you take this and see how there's a hump right here, the goal is to have that hump in the middle of these two so you can just go straight in there. But we'll see how this works. Okay, that's actually not terrible, but kind of at an angle, see that? But all right. All right, only got one of those nuts. I can't get to the other one, but that's it. Just pull out, and that's it. That's how easy it is to get the axle out of this car. Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother removing that axle nut because, like I said, it is just welded in there. Can't tell you how long it took to try to get all this out. Now it's time to bring in the new one. Same way you put it in. Okay. All right. Keep working it back. There, it's nice and flush in there. Okay, for this one, you can't put it in all the way, I'm seeing. There's just not enough space. All right, now that we got them in, now you can push back. All right. So do not drive it in all the way. You gotta like do them both at the same time, just a little bit at a time. Because this axle design, because it's completely round, if you get it in too far to a certain point, I'm noticing it's hooking on the bottom of the other side's nut. So we're just gonna do a little at a time. Because I got these garbage cobalt tools, they don't have that ball and little notch thing that locks them in. So see, it all just falls apart immediately. Yep, see, it just keeps falling off. Garbage tools. And I own a lot of Cobalt stuff. Okay, so that's how you do it though. Take an 18mm, remove this. Get the nice new pretty one. Now, something I gotta tell you, these hole patterns are different, so make sure you do line them up. If yours is still on the car and you don't have to do all this, good for you. But the problem is if you try to put these upside down, it won't match. So that's how it goes, just like that. Usually I use axle grease, but screw it, we'll just use this. Oh, that's only that much. Just to hopefully make sure it does not do that again. I know it's way too much, but I don't care. So it never gets stuck in here again. If this ever needs replaced again, we can just do it. There, slides in really nice. Okay, ball joint on. Now, we won't tighten it, we'll just get it so that the axle comes through. So we don't have to worry about it coming back out again. All right, we'll slide this. Like I said, you want this axle to be back as far as you can so you can get this 24mm nut on this lower ball joint. And I'll go ahead and drive this down. And I know before I get a bunch of emails saying how you might as well replace that ball joint, I didn't get hired for that job. All I can do is say, hey, this is what's bad. Would you like to fix it? They give you a yes or a no. That's it. So don't be gentle. There we go. Yeah, the speed sensor does get annoying, but you don't want to zip tie it or anything like that, then this is what you're going to have to deal with. There we go. I just want to get this started so there's no risk of cross threading. You put your speed sensor back in whenever. $24mm, drive those in. $32mm. And I'll grab the base and drive the rest of the way down. Alright, so that's it. That's how you change the axle on the front right side, not the left side, the right side. And then install everything like the new hubs and stuff, so that's great. Really fast video, very fast job. Does not take very long to do this, especially if yours is nice and just breaks right apart. You know, you just pop the new hub out, put the new hub on, you're ready to go. But if you had to do all the dumb stuff like we had to with removing this, it happens. How you'd get that out, I have no idea. Again, just whew, it was in there. If I take off that axle nut and look down in there, it looks like it's just a solid brick of something, like someone like concreted in there. So, oh well, it happens. It's Indiana rust. So, hope you enjoyed this video. Shows you how to do everything. Leave a comment, like this video, hit the like button, subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.